because I'm being kind of like a little bit out of it, but either way, that's technically what I've been doing this week. Not much. Oh, and getting ready for tomorrow. Getting ready for tomorrow.
So is tomorrow the presentation? Oh, Jackie, tell her what you're doing tomorrow.
Yes.
I forgot.
Oh, yes, we are going to the Cardinals Stadium, and we are going to be working on a stand that sells beer and margaritas, which I didn't know. So it has margaritas, this one.
It's exciting.
And yeah, and then we're gonna be there from 11 o'clock in the morning until I guess they close everything, the concessions. Yeah, to get some money for our organization. So we are going to be there. Well, I'm gonna be there.
Preparing for the school, because I don't think she knows what you're doing with that.
Ooh.
And this is something, once you present to them, if you really like it and you feel confident in doing it, this may be something that we ask you to help us and support us doing, even if it's virtual, with all the rest of the teachers that are willing to jump on running TSW programs.
Okay, sure. So I'm preparing a whole a slide or hi Bernadette. Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Hi, Kanisha. I'm sorry, Kanisha. Kanisha. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm used to being called Kanisha. It's okay.
Okay, so Kanisha. Okay. Morning.
It's a worldly name by accident, so I get it. It's okay.
So I'm preparing for my upcoming meeting or presentation for the school, for Boca Union High School for the TSW. I'm going to be talking about the organization, how they can help, how they can be part of it. And remember, I'm just talking to kids with disabilities, with all kinds. And also in that TSW, not only they help with kids with disabilities to get them prepared to get jobs and get independent, but they also do have regular kids in that class as well. So the good thing is I will have a little bit of both worlds. So if we can get more, I'm going to be presenting so they can just help us like volunteering or just pass the word out there where we're going. So the other teams and other schools for TSW, those teachers can pass the word. And I can just go and do the same in the other schools. So that's my goal, so we can bring more people. And I'm doing a presentation, so let's see how that works.
I love it. Well, if anybody could do a presentation, it would be you, because you've been doing this with us for a very long time. So, but I don't know if I told you or not, but my husband and I are meeting with some investors and a gentleman who already has 2 housing solution group homes, independent, where it's like 4 to 5 people living. And he's going to meet with us as well. And we're going to work together to see if we can go up to stage 3 or phase 3 of our program, where it's independent workforce development, stuff like that, and independent living training, so that by the time they go into those homes, we've already worked with them on weaning them off mom and dad and the fear that they have of living on their own, all of those types of things. And we would do it with a population that is high enough that they could do this with a team of people, as long as they have those support solutions, those added support solutions. And we would teach them everything from transportation, navigation, to independent living solutions, to job solutions, to cooking, to safety and crisis. And that's okay, Jackie, I love you. And my husband and I are talking about creating our training facilities. So I share that with you. It's not something that we have confirmed yet, but we are working towards this. And if we cannot get them to acknowledge something like this, I do have other fallback options, but no matter what it is, it's getting them ready to be independent. And we have enough where we can do, Landon and Alex would stay here permanently as the leaders and coaches. We would bring in 4 individuals at a time, and those would be the kids that we figured would be able to work and live together in the home together. Affordable for the families, and there's some investments that people could do as well and get a return on their investment. So there's a lot of positives. If this goes the way we want it to go, it could be a very positive end result, and we don't have to use government funding or homes to make this work. So anyway, I just wanted to share that, Jackie, because I don't know if you know that, but this is where we're headed.
Okay, no, that's great. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you. I will add that. Yeah.
Ladies,
well, it's not being completely okay. So I will wait because it's not being confirmed yet, though.
You can just say, this is what I want you to say. We look for solutions to bridge the gaps. For example, in the West Valley, Arizona, we do not have a good support solution for mental behavioral health facilities. The ones that we do have, they're either understaffed or they're not delivering to the level that we would want as parents. So I have a friend who's out in that community and she has a great solution. So they're going to give us a tour of the adult program and then the program that goes after Phoenix Children's Hospital. Before they can get into the adult programs, the bridge between those two. And if we like that, then we have I already talked to one of the city mayors. She's like, come to me first, because we want that program in our community first. We want to lead this because she just told me they just brought on the library in their city, and they're looking to host and be the leader of the host of the autism at-risk population in the West Valley. And this library will host police trainings, education trainings, all those things. We just have to tell her what kind of trainings we want to do. She will promote all of that through all the mayors in the West Valley, but they want to be the leaders. Totally cool.
Yes, awesome. That's awesome. Okay, that's great. Oh my God.
We have 2 new people today. Cricket. One is very difficult name. Justin is also here. He's adult with autism. He's 40 years old, and he lives in Texas. And you would love to meet him. And the other is a very difficult name. Oh yes. So it's very difficult to pronounce the name even. Hi Justin, how are you?
We good with you?
See, we have a lot of people today.
Good.
This is great.
Also, I don't know. I know that the last couple of times we've met, you guys are saying that, you know, we have a lot of moms, but not a whole lot of dads. I do around our country, I can pinpoint and bring on at least 3 dads that have had children on the spectrum and stuff like that I worked with even before I had any inkling I was on the spectrum myself. You know, so they've said that they'd be willing and interested in supporting such a cause because, you know, they've been touched by, either they've been personally touched or they know somebody who's been touched by autism that they want to be able to help. So there's that avenue too. But I told them, I was like, you know, I'm still on learning ropes and stuff like that. I'm still discovering for myself. So like with Jackie, I'm already like behind Cricket and learning stuff from her. You know, Jackie, with the public speaking and stuff like you're doing, I would love to be able to either like sit in and see how it goes so that I might be able to branch off, because like I said, you guys were saying you want ambassadors in schools. Well, I have 4 degrees and I went to 4 different schools to get those degrees. So, and I've worked in like the president's offices and stuff like that to where I'd be able to maybe put my foot in the door or have like colleagues that I went to school with that are still there that would let me speak or have a speaking,
right.
You know, but with my autism, I know it sounds weird, but you know, when it comes to the mirroring and stuff, if I were to go to a couple of like the things and watch you speak, Jackie, or even be able to be a bird's eye to understanding a little bit more, I would be able to go and take that to those other schools and be able to speak on the topics, or, you know, be that kind of help. That, and with what Cricket was talking about the house, I would have no problem manning that. It's just my youngest is 7 and she's on the spectrum herself. So having a couple kids around, even if it were like on a respite level to where they could kind of see what it would get a taste of what it'd be like in one of those homes, I'd have no problem doing that. So
I think that's awesome.
Yeah. So
that sounds good. Yeah, I will. Once I have everything ready, I still going to most probably pass it through Cricket because I want her to see it first before I even do it. Just to make sure that it's okay what I'm presenting, you know, that it's okay. And if she want me to add more, you know, it's welcome too, because, you know, I want to give the right information. I want to pass the correct information. I don't want to be like, but yeah, after it's done, I can share with you, and I will let you know anything. Okay, so that way.
Let's hear what Justin has to say, because he's also a public speaking. He's in public.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
They would like to listen to you. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I've just been busy this morning, right? Yeah, just got back from the nonprofit organization out where I am that did fundraising, Hope for 3 for autism. Basically, they did a walk event, so I got back from that long ago.
I'm so happy that you joined us today. The ladies that were just speaking, they've been joining us for a couple of weeks now, so they're very comfortable. As you can see, we're all very comfortable with one another, and we want you to feel included. So please, you know, ask us any questions, or, you know, just share with us what you do, because I think you know, every one of us has a piece of the puzzle that can help us put all this together to make us successful. And I'm Dr. Khan, I'm jumping off and getting on my computer. I want to share some things in a little bit with all of you guys, but yes, please continue and share your story with us.
Justin is into public speaking. He's also working with police. So that is an important thing that I would like to mention. And he's also a public speaker, and he's working as ABA therapist also. And he's amazing, by the way. He came to our last group also. He and Leah was also there, and they was very comfortable with each other. I mean, it was all laugh, because I just posted one video. The other video is missing, and I would love to post that video, and you will see that how comfortable all of us were at that time. And I was so happy that in start Justin was like, you know, and the end.
Yeah, I'm on to expect myself. Yeah, just I know a lot of y'all are in different areas, so that's the thing for you guys. Like I know, like Khan's over in Pakistan, and I think last week I'm trying to remember who it was, and she's up in Canada. I think I don't know if you remember.
Yes.
There's like quite a few different people, you know. So I don't worry, Jackie and Sandra are at.
Jackie, can you tell, so you could tell everybody where you guys are at and from, and maybe from now on, I will put on our names next to it where we're from, Goodyear, Arizona. So go ahead, Jacqueline.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Buckeye, Arizona. Yeah, I'm from Buckeye, Arizona.
Yeah, from my work, because my workplace, we have some from the company I work for, Blue Spirit, we have some clinics over there that, you know, do ABA therapy for autism. I mean, pretty much located throughout the states.
ABA, you said?
Yes, I pretty much do more admin work for them as a data entry clerk for them.
Oh, okay. You know what? I applied for ABA because I work from home. I've been working from home for so long. So I just want to get out. I love to be out. So yeah, I apply for them. I think ABA, yeah, I know who they are.
What is that?
Blue Sprig is what you called it, right? Blue
Yeah, that's
Sprig?
the company I work for. I've been with them for 2 years.
They just became one of our title sponsors for our walk here in Arizona.
Oh,
And
Nice.
I have somebody looking for an ABA therapist in California. Are you guys in California?
No, fortunately, yeah, yeah, because I know we're like one of the third largest providers, and we pretty much got we're kind of scattered about like from Oregon, Washington, Arizona, Colorado. Of course, I'm in Texas, and they got one of the main centers in Houston, and basically that's where I go to for and along the pretty much East Coast, like Georgia, Florida, the Carolinas, basically Ohio and Oklahoma, basically, like Arkansas. I mean, quite a few states we're in, basically.
Oh, wow.
okay.
So
Wow.
thank you. That's so cool. And I love that you train. I want to know more about that, but I do want to ask, can Sudan Hashu, I want to say that right, Sudan Hashu Grover, are you able to join us?
Is it Sudasha?
Oh, there she is.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you pronounce your name correctly? Because I know I did not.
It's Sudhanshu.
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 I think
love
she's
it.
Indian, if I'm not wrong. Indian?
No, you're right. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm from India. I'm a special educator and I'm autistic myself, and I'm a mother of twins who are also autistic.
Oh my gosh. I love this group so much, you guys.
I met her in a group actually, and I was the one who talked a lot in the whole group. And yesterday there was
No way.
and I was the one who talked a lot.
Oh,
Hey, Cricket.
yes.
Other thing to take in consideration, there's a whole lot of like meetup sensations and stuff like that through TikTok. So like once we get a little bit more familiar and like on the ball rolling, we might be able to get people to sponsor to be able to see all of us be able to meet up somewhere. So
I love ideas.
I can't promise anything.
I
can't promise anything, but I will campaign my little butt off for you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, because like I said, I've been going trying to go fundraising events for autism, basically. Because the next one coming up for out where I am has got a golf event, basically. So we got some people from my Blue Spirit, basically got 2 teams of 4 actually going to be playing golf at the event.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, can you tell me, do you have a nonprofit, Justin?
Yeah.
Or Sudhanshu, either of you? Okay, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I'll say, yeah, the organization that's a nonprofit out where I am is Hope for 3, basically called. And basically how that organization started is a mom who has triple girls of African American, they're all autistic, and I was like triplets. And I'm like, when I heard first that, I was like, my jaw dropped to the floor. I was like,
that poor woman.
I am full.
So your nonprofit is called, can you tell me again?
Well, no, it's a nonprofit I collaborate with, basically. It's not my workplace, man, but, it's out where I am, basically. So they provide resources, information, and other things, basically, for out where I am, basically, what they do to help out the families on autism.
And where are you located again?
Texas.
I'm in
Say Texas? Texas?
Hmm?
No?
Texas.
You say Texas?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where in Texas, Justin?
Near Houston, Fort Bend County, like southwest of Houston, basically. Richmond area.
So Justin, our organization, we like Dr. Khan, what she's doing, she's global and she's going around and just starting all these different groups, whether it's support groups, educational curriculum, you name it. And she does such an amazing job with getting people to come together, which is awesome for all of us. Then we take that curriculum and that information, we make it into a digital MP4, and we put all of it on our digital library on YouTube under Sounds of Autism quotes. And the reason we do that is because we never want a family to feel like they don't have somebody to reach out to in the middle of the night when maybe we're sleeping and they're awake, or vice versa. And YouTube allows people to change the language. So you can change the language to almost anything, even if the dialect's a little different, you still kind of understand the understanding of it, the meaning of it. And I share that with you as Sudhanshu probably knows, curriculum changes all the time, and things change all the time when it comes to working with this population, right? Because we don't know, everybody's different. Everybody has a different need. Some can move fast, some can move slow. Some need step-by-step, some need verbal, visual, whatever it may be. Like Kanasha said, if you let me watch you, I will mirror what you're doing. I can do it. And she has confidence that she can do that. But I say that because what we're looking for, and this goes along for you and Sudhanshu, is just like Dr. Khan, we're looking for people to take on the role of representing your state or your country and take our program, and we teach you how to implement that into your world. And then in turn, we just ask you to, basically share your information that you want to, bring to awareness, and we'll use our audience, because we built our audience over 11 years. We can use it to bring awareness to whatever it is you need its support with. And I say that to you because California is the next state that will be doing this. And he told me Oklahoma, Louisiana are also interested, as well as London. And so we're going to have them come on and start working with Chad to get California up and running. And then once they see how that goes, now we can move to their states, because they already understand how this goes. And then we build all the educational curriculum. This team here that you see right now, we're the ones that build the educational curriculum. Why I share that with you is many times, God bless you, we could go, God bless you, we could go to all of us just getting on here and sharing our woes and woos of our lives, right? It's difficult, this is hard. And I don't think like that. I think that when you just regurgitate stuff that's already been negative and now you're just adding that into your world again, all of us can just become very negative very quickly, right? So, and we all, if we sit down and compare notes, we've all been through something, right? Pretty bad, pretty severe. That's just life. Right? So we try to focus on how do we take what we know and what we felt and how we learn and apply it to something positive where we can help others get out of those funks that they're in, right? And start bringing awareness to this. Because if you think about it, I think of Martin Luther King every time I tell this story, because, he was an unpopular person when he first started. And now today in the United States, especially, we actually celebrate that man. And I say that because he had a vision, he had a dream, right? And he made his dream become a reality. And I don't think it was easy at first, because his dream was completely the opposite of what everybody else was trying to push as their agenda. So he was the most unpopular person, yet he never gave up. He never allowed anybody
after him.
Yeah, I know.
January.
So to me, right, those are leaders, because he took ideas, God bless you, that was a negative, and he created a positive movement. And that's really what we are today. My husband is a Phoenix police officer.
Speaking of, I do talk to police officers about autism. It's called CIT. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Love it. Well, I'm going to show you something in just a couple seconds. I'm going to show you guys something that we're doing too, because I want you to understand that will be great, because right now we're putting together police training sessions quarterly in Arizona, but we want to make it a hybrid so that we can teach officers here and outside of the country and the state.
I just
having you as a guest would be great.
You can show it.
Yeah.
Try it if you can show it. I give you the access. Yes.
I would love for her to come back on again and just share a little bit more about her teaching, especially in where she's at, because I think it's huge.
Yeah, because I know Yeah, because for me also, each group, this country has their own, or state as well, have their own programs for autism and stuff, and like what like India has for their own things as well, because I know each country differs on that. How government agencies do and all that too on different parts of the world and all that. Well, this, like I say, states as well. Each state has their own wait list, etc.
That is true. Oh, Sandushu, Sadanshu, yes. Just yes, please type. That's not a problem. And Dr. Khan and I can read whatever it is that you would like to share. I'm going to share something that we're creating, and I'll explain to you why we're doing this. My son did a training session with one of the police departments recently, and when he did this, well, I shouldn't say recently. He did this many years ago, but recently we kind of picked it back up. And when he did these trainings, he didn't do well at all. And it was a struggle. And this was just training. But one of the things that we did just to make it a little bit more uncomfortable for everybody that was involved was we actually asked the officers to remove all the bullets out of their guns and to use their real guns when we were doing the training, because we wanted the officers to be stressed out, because we knew if it was just a training gun, they wouldn't have treated it the way that they treated it in this video. And a lot of people are like, Cricket, you can't do that. And I said, we had to do that. That was real, because what's going to happen is if we don't do it that way, then we're not showing the true stress and anxiety that will trigger. And if we don't do that, then people are going to get hurt. And so we created this. I just want to make sure that I can find it here. And I want to share it with you if you guys are okay with that, because I want you to see why this is so important. And this is a concern that I know after I show this to you, we're all going to talk about it, because it's something that affects every one of us. So let me just make sure I can find it. I know you guys are watching me try to find this. So maybe Dr. Khan. Oh, you have no idea. But Dr. Khan, go ahead and just, chit chat for a second, share why you're involved or whatever it may be, so I can find this and I don't bore you guys to death.
So I'm the one always who is taking the side of talking.
It's okay.
It's okay. So by the way, I would like to say one thing to you, Cricket, because in my support group, parents requested me a few things, and one of them is about puberty. So I think we have to start working on that too. You know that?
Yes. Because
puberty is different for boys and girls. And parent asked me, and I said that no, I am working on few things, and unless I find out a way, I cannot deliver these things to you, because these are very technical things. So I think we have to start looking toward that aspect also, because that is an untouched area. People don't talk about that, or people don't even understand what to do about that, because for them the solution is a medication, to give medication to their children, and medication are hormones, nothing else. So I think that is the thing we have to talk about, and we have to discuss in detail, and we have to make either it's a curriculum or either it's a training session or things like that. So I would like to raise this thing. And
I think it's a great idea. I think we all agree with that. I think that's very important, right? I just read Dr. Sanda, I'm saying it so wrong, Sadanshu's post that she put down, and she says that she had an issue, or she advocates, she does avocation for people on the autism spectrum, and she educates, to bring awareness. So that's a huge thing, especially I know in all countries, like it's no different, no matter where you live, we all struggle with the same needs, right? It's important, especially when you're dealing with crisis. And so I think I have it now. So if you guys are okay, I'm going to show this to you really quickly.
I would like to say something. We have only 2 minutes left. I can, when we join again, and we can do that. What do you think?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
You guys are okay? Jump off real quick. Jump right back in. Okay.
That's what I was about to say before we do that.
Be right back.